Okay, I'm going to take you through the assignments for the week so that it's really clear for you when you come to class on Monday. So let's scroll down to the checklist. Here we are. Okay, so the first thing that I would like you to do is read this food marketing and labeling article. This is going to be one of your main sources in your research paper and is going to help you narrow down your research topic. So it's important that you read this. If you click on that, you'll see it takes you to the article. Print this out, annotate it, and then you have an assignment to do that I will collect on Monday. So make sure it's complete, please. I'll quickly just take you through this assignment. So you need to annotate and then write down the author's purpose, how you know, the claim the author's making, identify evidence, specific evidence he or she's using to support the claim. And this is something, this is identifying how the different types of evidence are supporting each of these questions. Okay, so when you're reading, I want you to be thinking about these 4 questions. And when you find evidence that answers these questions, I want you to highlight it and write the number right next to it. So say you're reading through a paragraph and you find some evidence that answers why and how food companies market their products. Highlight it and write the number 3 right next to it, okay? You're reading, and you find some information about how food marketing can be regulated. Highlight that information and then put a, here we go, a 4 next to the evidence. So then I want you to be able to identify different types of evidence, since you're going to have different types of evidence in your research paper. So you'll see that a little later in the checklist. I have a page that describes these types of evidence. So you're going to write paraphrases of 4 different examples of evidence, say the type and the purpose, okay? Types of evidence include Einstein evidence, fact evidence, example evidence, and what's the last one? Undocumented. Okay? And different purposes include giving a counter argument, giving authority to your argument, giving background and context, or explaining a concept or illustrating a concept. Okay? So this is what you have to do for this part. I want you to find 3 labels. Maybe some of you guys will go to Whole Foods. And I want you to choose really different labels. You can choose non-organic, but if you do, choose an organic as well. And then look at each label carefully and make a list of all of the information on the label that tells you what is in the package. Okay, so nutrition information, the ingredients list, different words, phrases. I want you to note those down here. And then I want you to make a list of how it's marketed. So these things are going to act as undocumented evidence and example evidence that you are going to be able to use in your research paper. That's why I'm having you do this document and this handout, because it is preparing you for the research you're doing. So how is the product marketed? Look carefully at the labels. Are there colors, stories, words, phrases, catchphrases that make you want to buy it and eat it? Make notes here, okay? And then lastly, using the information from the article, I want you to determine if labels are honest and just come up with an opinion about that. And we're going to discuss this in class before we go to the library on Monday. Clear? All right, let's go back. So here's the page that talks to you about different types of evidence. So if you click on here, you'll see here's the guidelines to choosing evidence, and the quiz for the week is actually on and about this page. So you want to read through this. The purpose of using sources. I want you to memorize this stuff. Here's the variety of evidence. Read carefully about plagiarism. This is something I've meant to discuss with you guys. It's a problem in all classes. Plagiarism means you are copying someone else's writing. You're copying 4 words or more, and you're not crediting your source. You have to use the parenthetical documentation, meaning parentheses and the author's name and the page number, if you're using evidence or you're using ideas from someone else. I put all of your writing through Turnitin.com, and this will look through the entire internet, and it tells me if you're plagiarizing. I will catch you, okay? And you'll get a 0 if you do it, so just don't do it, okay? So you're going to read through this. And then I have some more videos for you here about the research process handout that I gave you. It's about 15 minutes. Read it. It'll help you understand the research process a little better. And if you have any questions, then you can come to class and ask me, or you can email about it. And then I've got this Google Doc. I gave this handout to you. I adjusted it a little bit. So here's the copy if you click here on the Google Doc with the research process steps. There's some more color, and I added a couple more examples, so you guys can access that if you want. And hopefully these videos will be helpful. So once you watch those videos and also read through here, I want you to take this quiz. The quiz is right here, and it's about research and evidence. This just shows me that you guys have looked through this stuff. You understand what the research process is, okay? And again, you'll have like 3 attempts, so actually you can do this as many times as you want, but you have to do it. It's part of your quiz grade. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Show and tell your research topic. Here's the forum. Okay, so I'm not having you actually turn in a research proposal. I'm going to have you write your research proposal here in the forum so that I can kind of see the topic that you're honing in on, and I want you to think about, you have to narrow down the topic, and I want you to think about why your topic's important and who it's important for, okay? So once you have your more focused question, I gave you a different question not related to food because I want you guys to come up with your own, but this is what I expect, right? Actually, I wrote it right here. Research question, why is autism so difficult to treat? My proposal, I want to research autism in order to inform parents why autism is so difficult to treat. And then I want you to come up with some subtopics for the research paper, okay? Taggy asked me, are we supposed to choose questions from essential questions listed on the food marketing and labeling homework article? You're supposed to choose from, we have that big question, remember, Taggy, that what influences, how does marketing and labeling influence our food choices? That's too broad. So I want you to specify, talk about something more specific, like obesity and labeling, obesity in children related to labeling, or organic labeling, or fast food labeling, and why it deceives consumers. So just be a little more specific, and then come up with some subtopics, okay? And I talk about this in the research process in case you want more information on subtopics. So here's your food marketing labeling, the article, the homework. I already showed those to you, okay? And lastly, here's the note-taking, and this isn't due this week, but I want you to get started on it as you read. you're going to make notes. So you're going to put your thesis statement. If you want to write on this document, you have to go File, make a copy, and then you can write on the document and make the adjustments you want to, okay? Thesis statement, and then you're going to write your subtopics, and you're going to color code all of the evidence you find, okay? Make it the same color as the source that it's in. And I'm going to have you turn those in to me a week from Friday. So that's all the homework for the week. And I know it's a lot. I know you guys are tired, but oh my gosh, look at this. There's a spelling error on organic. That's funny. Okay, I know you're tired, but we've got 1 month left. It's the final push. You've got to get this research paper done. You can do it. Just pedal to the metal, okay? And I'm here to help you, and it's going to be great. Okay, I'll see you guys in class on Monday. Bye.